Hello, my fine furry friends. How are you? We have started a new series as we regularly do. We just got off of one, but we're right back into another one. I know you're gonna miss our shoot the shit content. It's okay. It's coming at the end of this. Don't worry about it. We got you. Y'all think we would forget? We don't. It's coming. It'll come up. But I thought this conversation was a lot more important. We are gonna have a conversation of lessons beyond the halls. In this series, we're going to talk to a couple people from my alma mater of elementary and middle school, a progressive Christian academy. We're going to start this conversation with our first guest. So go get you some water. Let me say it nicer. Get you some water, take your vitamins, and come back and see us. See you in a second. Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing amazing today.
I love
I am
that.
doing amazing today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank y'all for coming. This has been a long time coming, apparently.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
A year in the making.
Yeah.
About a year in the making. I'm really happy.
And
So
congratulations on all the success for you with
thank
the podcast.
you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. But I mean, if we're talking about congratulations,
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's
Yeah, it is.
oh, it is. That's the ring, guys. You see
Yes.
that? You see that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She about to, well, I mean, she's already taken, but she's about to be
All
legally
day.
taken too,
Mm-hmm.
girl.
Yes.
She better be able to put that on that tax return.
Period.
Hey, we love it. But I am so happy for
Thank
you.
you so much.
I hope you and your partner, I don't want to put his name out there. We try to
Yeah,
not put things out there, but
yeah.
Mr. Zaria, I hope y'all are happy because her
Oh,
husband is called Mr.
aw,
Sarah. Because women are what matters
that part. I love that.
here.
That part all day long. Yeah.
So
Thank
I
you
am
so
so
much for
happy
that.
for
Thank
you.
you. December be 2 years. We've been together. Yeah.
Everything that happens in December is just
I'm telling
top
you.
tier.
Yeah.
I'm not biased, but
Yeah.
everything that happens.
And so it's interesting. My spiritual advisor did a reading on me in January.
Okay.
And she was like, "Did you just get with someone?" And I was like, "Yes." And she was like, "Yeah, that's your husband."
Yes.
I was like, "Girl, you playing?" And
God
she
be
was
putting it
like,
in people's spirits. I told y'all.
"Do,
I told y'all.
do,
God be putting it in
don't
people's
it up? Won't he
spirits.
do
He
it?"
be doing it.
Really wrong. Okay. So I was like, "Okay, cool, yeah." And so I didn't believe her at first because it was a little rocky in the beginning, but over time it got easier and easier. And I said, "You know what? I think this is it. I don't think she was lying."
We talk about on this podcast a couple of times how it's difficult for strong boss type women, like type A women, to
Mm-hmm.
like submit and get into that place where they trust somebody else. And
Oh
when
yeah.
that actually does come,
Mm-hmm.
the light that a woman feels after it is
Listen.
intoxicatingly amazing.
Yes.
And you can see that light on you. So I am
Let me tell
very,
you,
very
I
happy
thank you
for
so much.
you.
Thank you so much. Like, oh, it's a beautiful feeling.
Um, y'all aren't invited, but if I am invited to the wedding, I will leave it. I will drop some pictures. Y'all not invited because she don't know y'all, but I have known her. Speaking of,
Ooh.
for some time. We're not gonna put age. We're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that, y'all. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
But we have known each other for some time,
very long time.
very long time.
Yeah, like yay
Yeah.
high.
Well, I
Like,
was yay high.
yeah,
You were
yeah. I've
about
always been tall, so
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
I want to point out we became close when I was this height. So
absolutely.
not grown, guys. Anyway, um, let's jump into it.
Let's go.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's do this. Let's do this.
So you all are about to find out. We went to a private Christian school here in our hometown of Macon, Georgia. It's called Progressive Christian Academy. And as beautiful as Progressive Christian Academy was, I think we need to have a conversation with some of its graduates about how their perspectives were influenced by this place for the better, maybe for the worse, but always for the lessons. So, welcome to Lessons Beyond the Halls. So, question.
Question number one.
How did attending PCA shape who you are today? PCA, Progressive Christian Academy.
Yes,
Henceforth,
Progressive Christian Academy.
rest of the series.
Shout out to the late Dr. Betty J. Talbert, the visionary, the foundation of it all. I have to give honor where honor is due,
Yes.
because the
She
giant that
was.
she was, the legend, the icon, who
The,
she was. Like, I wouldn't be the person I am today
no, you can say
had it
we.
not.
You
Yeah,
can definitely say
like,
we.
we would not be who we are today had it not been for her vision
Yes.
and what she saw in so many of us, because she cared about us so much. But I will say, I love the introduction of what you said, because there were some trying things, there were some great things,
Yes.
but it all comes back to what lesson did we learn. And I have to say that Progressive Christian Academy catapulted me to use my voice in a way I thought I would never do. And that just means I was always that person that just kind of, I just kind of go along to get along, just so I could just kind of fit in. And I didn't want to ruffle any feathers. And I just wanted to be, okay, yeah, I'll do it, and this and that and the third, but not really having a voice of my own. And so it wasn't until after I came out of a few things where I remembered the scripture, I can do all
Through
things through
Christ that
Christ who
strengthens
strengthens
me.
me. Yes, Philippians 4:13.
Yes.
And
That is the
so
motto, if y'all didn't know.
that was Progressive's motto. And I was like, you know what? I have to get out of this.
Yeah.
And so I started my own transition in 2016. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. And I reached back into the depths of who I was as a person and all of the things that I learned at Progressive. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be somebody. And that has made me into this mogul that I am today. Because
Truly,
truly,
true mogul, true
yes,
entrepreneur, true visionary.
yes.
Check the resume that
Please
is
check
going
it.
to be in the in the descriptions below. Check the resume.
Please check the resume
She is not to be played with.
at all. Um, and so, with me being the first Black trans led organization here in Middle Georgia, has impacted just not folks here, but folks across the state of Georgia, especially in rural counties,
Yeah.
because we know Atlanta gets a lot of traffic. But like I've always said, 74 miles down the road is a completely different world. And growing up here, you know, I was like, I wanted to give back to the community something I didn't have, something Progressive didn't offer.
Yeah.
Progressive didn't offer LGBTQ resources. There wasn't any mental health resources. There really wasn't any sex ed resources. And I get, the premise of what Progressive was, being a Christian school. However, I think one of the lessons that we could have benefited from was understanding diversity, equity, and inclusion
Yeah. In all its forms.
in all its forms.
Not just racial, not just sexual, but socioeconomic. When you're
Absolutely.
thinking about, I'm sorry, when you're thinking about religious perspectives, when you're thinking about anything that includes, because a lot of people forget when it comes to DEI what all that encompasses.
A lot.
They think it's just race, and
And
it's
it's
like,
so much more
no,
than
that's
that.
very much so not what it is.
Yeah.
It's gender, it's race,
Yeah.
it's socioeconomic status, it's sexual orientation,
Absolutely.
it's nationalities, because your race and your nationality is not the same
Right.
thing.
And a lot of people, the term intersectionality is not a new term, but it's
At all.
something that's been coming up a lot in conversations now. And people not understanding
what that term
actually means does such a disservice.
Also, not respecting what it somewhat means.
Right.
is insane to me.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to at least take the word apart, interlocked in sections, multiple parts. Even
Right.
if you take the word apart, its base level is multiple things coming into alignment in one. And
Absolutely.
not respecting its bare bone definition
Mhm.
is catastrophic, really, to how we move as a society.
Right. Because we're two black, beautiful, melanated women here.
Mm-hmm.
And so the intersectionality of where we meet is that we both are employed, we both are educated, we meet at those points of intersections.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have our own identities, true
Exactly.
indeed, but those are the meeting points and the meeting places of where we meet, and that's the commonalities
Mm-hmm.
that we have. And I think that people miss that a lot of times when they want to have conversations around trans identity and cisgender women
Mm-hmm.
identities. And it's like, no, 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 no.
You miss the most
You miss,
common things in which
yes,
we actually share a world.
absolutely. And we're in this space together,
Mm-hmm.
having to intersect with each
On a
other
constant basis.
on a constant
So the
basis.
fact that it isn't respected is insane
Right.
to me. It's insane to me.
And so I think that's one of the things that, going back to the question, that progressive kind of hit and miss doing.
Okay.
Because we could have conversations about religion where we
Mm-hmm.
understand and intersect, we
Mm-hmm.
can have that commonality, but where we differ was how we perceive God in our own different ways.
Yes. Yes. And even that shift in belief, not even the shift, the building and the building blocks and the foundations of that belief
Hmm.
can shift and build our perspectives,
Yes,
our point of views, and how life affects us and affects other people. So I do
absolutely.
have a question.
Yeah.
If you had to give your perspective, like a slogan or like a catch that somebody could be able to be like, that's her perspective in a nutshell, what would that be?
Okay. So that slogan would be, as a man thinketh, so is he. But who are you?
Mm.
Reason I said that is because at Progressive, we all had our own individual identities, but I myself was in an identity crisis. And so, as I was thinking about who I was as a person, moving through Progressive, a private Christian school, might I add, at the time, just as a gay male, I knew that wasn't who I really was. So, in my mind and in my spirit, I had to figure out who was I internally.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I said, as a man thinketh, so is he, but who are you? And so who I am today is a bold, loud, proud, driven, black transgender woman.
Love that. We love
And I
that.
learned that from Progressive. Even though they didn't directly teach me that,
Mm-hmm.
I learned that from Progressive.
And I think that in itself is a part of the reason why this series is even a thing, because you think back as a child, as you think back on your childhood, you think of those small moments,
Yeah.
that build the collective.
Hmm.
And to get to that point in life, to even ask yourself, who are you?
Yeah.
Is in itself a strength that's not necessarily required,
Hmm.
but to have it at an early age is so imperative. And I do thank Progressive for giving us those times and the lenses where we could look at ourselves, even if it be in papers that we had to write or in books we
Hmm.
had to read, because God knows them books. Anyway,
Yes.
couldn't stand them. Anyway,
Yeah.
but I couldn't stand them then. Today, one of the books we read in 8th grade is one of my favorite books, and I will pick it up and read it about every 2 or so years.
What book is that?
I hadn't meant to tell you this. In 8th grade, she allowed us to go to the book fair and pick out a book that we wanted to read, but it had to be within the standard,
Of
like
course.
scholastic. And I picked up the book just because honestly I liked the cover. Like the cover was
Nice.
cute, so I was
Right.
like, this may be easy to read. Was not. But the book itself was amazing, and it's one of my favorite books because in the book you you are taught the strength of community
Oh
and
wow.
what that looks like,
Mm-hmm.
and what having a big community looks like, but what having a
Mm-hmm.
small community looks like. As you know, I'm an only child,
Right.
so I knew from that book it taught me what having a sisterhood outside of biologics looked like.
Mm, that's good.
So it taught me, it gave me a part of my perspective
Mm,
where I see other people
nice.
as a person who's interconnected with me regardless.
I
Now, do
love
I have to
that.
love our interconnection? No, but I do need to respect it, and I do need to value it for what it is.
Absolutely.
And that book opened that door. And honestly, my younger self would probably be like, "Girl, this book is just cute. What are you talking about? Like, you're doing the most."
Yeah.
But having that self talk with our younger self, and speaking of younger selves,
Uh oh.
I gotta do it. Speaking of younger selves, what advice do you think your younger self would give you today? Not you give them, but what do you think your younger self would give you as advice today? Because I know mom would tell me to stop being so scary.
So I've been asked this question before, and it's the same answer, and it'll never change. Had you quit, you wouldn't be able to impact the lives you
Mm,
have. Had you quit,
yeah.
had I stopped, had I just believed in what people told me who I was,
Had I believed it was too hard to try something
had I
different? Had
not,
I
see,
not?
I'm trying to get teary eyed thinking about it because it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Had I not pushed the envelope, not just for myself, but for my family.
Mm-hmm.
Because I tell people and I encourage people, when you're transitioning, your entire family, your entire circle,
They're
everyone that's
transitioning with
connected
you.
to you is transitioning. And there's a level of grace that comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are gonna be like, okay, that's cool. Some people are gonna be like, you know what, no, I ain't with it. And that's okay.
Right.
That's why it goes back to my slogan towards the end. But that's why I have that but there. But who are you? Because at the end of the day, it's about who you are. And one of the most beautiful things my parents could have ever shared with me was when we were having one of our parent support groups here at Nomo. And my mom and my dad pretty much both were saying, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here, that had we stopped you from transitioning, we don't know what God would have done.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, look at what God, I call God spirit, I call God her, I call God she, because I do believe that God is this beautiful, powerful, divine feminine energy.
Ariana Grande said the best. God is a woman.
God is a woman, period. And so I truly believe that had I stopped, the people that I have come in contact with, I don't their blood would have been on my hands had I
Yes,
stopped.
I definitely think
Who I
that.
am as a person had I stopped, had I just been like, you know what, I'm just gonna reject myself and be this person that people want me to be and live a life of hardship, turmoil, internal trauma,
Lies.
just
Just
internal
lies.
lies,
Just in
complete,
lies in
live a
general.
complete lie,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I'm glad my parents acknowledged that and they
Mm-hmm.
recognized that. When my parents came to my award ceremony last year, when they awarded me as the Pioneer Vision for 2024, my mom and my dad said, "This is what love looks like." They was like, nobody's trying to outdo anyone. People are just laughing and having a good time. I'm like, but this is our community. And people have deemed it to something that is not because of what they may
Yes.
have seen. And I never knock anyone's experience because your experience is
It's
your
your experience.
experience. But encounter people who are authentically standing in who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That is love.
that is
That is
love.
true love. living in who you are and interacting with people who live in who they are, even when you aren't living in who you are,
Yeah.
pushes you to want
Absolutely.
to be
Absolutely.
who you are, because
Absolutely.
it's to see the happiness and the peace and the hope in their lives
Mm-hmm.
is it's contagious,
Yes.
and it breeds this environment of wanting to give hope. And I want to know, in what way do you hope to bring that hope and that love and that joy to your community, and not just like the trans community, but the community here in Macon, the community here as a whole in Georgia and the United
Mm-hmm.
States, like the community in general, our global community?
I think what we have to do first is we have first this political climate has created
Just anarchy.
such negativity around who we are and transgender folks are,
Mm-hmm.
and they have created a false reality and rhetoric and narrative of who people may think we are, and we are the complete opposite of those things.
Right.
And so
I would go as far to say that they kind of demonize
they have,
you all in a way that is just
right,
sickening, honestly,
it really is.
and
and
disturbing.
and they've put us in categories with cisgender men, white men, who have murdered more people.
You are the most toxic of the toxic, and if you are upset about
Yes.
that, that is your problem and not mine.
Argue with your mama, not me.
Argue with, not even argue with your mama, because your
Oh.
mama may be backwards too.
Oh.
Argue with history, babe.
Oh. Yep. Because facts don't lie, even though sometimes people don't like hearing the facts, but
Because
facts
don't
don't
isn't it
lie.
facts over feelings? But okay.
Okay, but we,
Mhm.
yeah, that part. And so I think we have to have a honest conversation
Yeah.
and create more spaces like this
Yeah.
to be able to have conversations so people can see that it's not always about the fighting and the cussing and the stealing and all those things that people may have think or thought
Yeah.
that transgender people do. Create spaces for us in your places of business.
Yes.
Pay us a livable wage. Because some people don't understand that survival sex work is work. A
Yeah.
person is working their bodies to survive.
And that in itself is, if that is your choice to do, because some people do choose to do that,
Some people
but if that
choose,
is your choice to do,
right.
great. But if you are doing that to sustain a life because you have doors shut in your face every
Absolutely.
other place, that
Absolutely.
is subhuman. And
Absolutely.
to sit and say that you think transgender people are this and you think transgender people are that, and you put this burden and this false image on them
Yeah.
to cover what is on you,
Right.
you're denying someone's humanity because you refuse to look at your own.
Absolutely.
And that's insane.
And to add to that, and one of the things that I wish Progressive had have done
Mm-hmm.
was had conversations about gender identity and sexual orientations.
Yeah.
Because they're present in the Bible. People don't want to talk about it, but they're present in the Bible. They're present in the book, and people don't want to have conversations about that.
Read the book.
Read the book, it's in
Read
there.
the book.
And so, one of the things now that I'm seeing a lot more is that people's perceptions of the Bible is a Western civilization
Yes.
ideology that came from white
This
men.
neo-national Christian
Absolutely.
agenda
Because
that they
who
decide to give. They
ex-
decide to try to slap the Bible on. When in
exactly.
actuality, if you look at Christianity in all its totality, half of the things that you all believe in
Come on.
quite literally go against the principles of the book that you're trying to
Yes.
slap things on.
Right.
I get confused every time
Mhm.
this conversation comes up, because I'd be like, the one thing Progressive did do, oh, they made me read that book,
Oh
and they
yeah.
made me comprehend that book from a very, very young age.
Yes.
How are you saying that my God, because he is mine, how are you saying that my God, who told me to open borders, would be upset with immigrants?
Right.
Jesus was an
Jesus
immigrant.
said to welcome
Jesus
the
was an
immigrants.
immigrant and a refugee. Let's start
Come
there.
now, if we're
Jesus
gonna
was
keep
born.
it
Jesus was
real,
born a refugee. I'm confused.
because didn't Mary and they had to
They had to
leave,
leave.
right?
Yeah.
Didn't they have to leave? Ain't that what the book said?
I swear it is.
That's
I
it.
swear
It's
it
in
is.
there.
It's in there.
It's in there.
Just like this
Yeah.
weird thought process y'all have that Christmas, that he was born in the wintertime. It couldn't have been a desert in the wintertime. It's frigid. But hey, we're here. Sell
I am
Christmas
here for
cards, I
this.
guess.
See, this is what happens when you put PCA folks together because
Because
we
we
know the
read
book.
the book.
We know the book.
We comprehended the book.
Everybody that has come through PCA knows that book. And you read
Shout out Joanne Kennedy.
Joanne
Shout
Kennedy.
out shout out
Miss
Pastor Gail. Shout
Hooten,
out Miss Hooten.
Miss Hooten, Miss Woodford,
Yes.
Miss
Miss
Littlefoot,
Blue.
Miss Blue.
Let's not lie.
God rest Miss Blue's soul.
God
One
rest
of the
her.
best teachers at
And God bless
PCA.
Dr. Talbert.
And
'cause
Dr. Talbert.
all of
yes.
them. Oh, they made sure you knew that.
Yeah. And Miss Stewart.
Yes.
Oh my God. That hurt me when I heard she passed.
No.
Yeah.
The fact that Miss Peart, you remember the Bible thons in Miss Peart's class? Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Y'all, I wanted to win a Bible thon so bad.
Yeah.
And I never did. I was so hurt. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It did hurt my heart when I found out Miss Stewart.
Yeah. Yeah.
I cried.
That one did hurt.
That hurt. That one hit a little hard.
That one did hurt. Even though I never had her, but she was so sweet and always kind
all
to
the
me.
time.
Yeah.
And she had like the best little snacks.
She did.
Whenever you would
All
like,
the
if you
time.
forgot your snack, she would slide you a snack on the Lolo.
Yes.
And they'd be the best ones. They would never be like the generic brand, even though it's not
Right.
the wrong generic.
Never
But she would
wrong.
give you like Cheetos, like Cheeto puffs, and like when they came out the little Dorito spears.
Yeah. Oh my God.
She gave you those. That was, oh
Those were dope.
my God. Those were dope.
Gen Z don't know about that.
They don't know about that. They don't know about the greatness of the spears.
Of the
But it's
Spears.
okay.
It's
Hopefully
okay.
they come back. They bring the rest of our stuff back. They might as well bring that.
Might
back.
as well.
But speaking of bringing it back,
Yeah.
we gonna run this back with a group of
Let's
us
run it back, run it
in
back,
a couple more episodes.
Yes.
So you're not gonna get rid of her, just like you can't get
No.
rid of me. She's in the family forever.
I'm
now.
not going nowhere.
She in here forever now. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and come back. Come and see us. See this lovely lady.
Hey y'all.
And remember, we wish you hope. We wish you love, but above all else, we wish you peace. Have a good day. I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah.